Gina Newton, and I'm the author of Hold On, Saving the Spotted Handfish. I'm really thrilled to be getting this award from the Royal Zoological Society of New South Wales for, I should say, for the Threatened Species Conservation book for children. It's such a thrill on a double front. Firstly, because my two passions at the moment and for a long time have been writing for children and wildlife conservation. And I write my books in my spare time. I have a day job. And this book I actually wrote 20 odd years ago as part of my Masters of Science Communication. And my thesis was titled Communicating Science Through Children's Literature. And my focus for my thesis was species conservation. And I wrote this book as part of that thesis, and it's taken a long time for it to see the light of day. And of course, I have evolved it to keep up with the times. But I was so happy when CSIRO, the publisher, decided to take it on board a couple of years ago, and it was released last year in October. And this fish has been listed as critically endangered for quite a while, both nationally and internationally. And it's a fantastic story of how science has stepped in to help save this fish from extinction. So it's great for kids to learn about both the plight of threatened species and the threats to threatened species, but also about how scientists can come in and do various different things to try and help them. And in the case of the spotted handfish, those things ranged from getting listed and recognised as a threatened species in the first place, through to the scientists doing surveys to try and find locations of this fish and where they might still be existing, and also learning how to rear them in the laboratory so that they can put them back out into the ocean. And the interesting thing about these handfish, they're very vulnerable species, but the scientists soon learnt that they require a fixed substrate to lay their eggs around. So they used plastic poles to start with, and then ceramic poles. And by using these devices and putting them back down in the ocean, they also helped this fish to survive. And now they're breeding them more in the laboratory. So it's a really good news story. Although the species is not out of the woods yet, it's sort of getting there. But in writing this book, I have to also thank my illustrator, Rachel Tribout. She did a most amazing job bringing this fish to life and its habitat, and she did an incredible job. So I thank her very much. And of course, I thank my publishers at CSIRO. They very much believed in this story and helped it get out there. And also to let people know that there are great teacher notes that go along with this book. So I hope schools get into those and use those. But I'm actually, I should have mentioned to start with, I'm actually a marine scientist and zoologist by training. So it's wonderful to be able to blend my science with the artistic pursuit and the more creative pursuit of children's book authoring, and in particular in these narrative non-fiction books, which this one is. So again, thank you very much to the Royal Zoological Society of New South Wales for this fantastic award, both for the book and for the fish. Thank you.